experience and experience. Is it supposed to be inquisitive? Like, what is this?
Peace, King and Queens. You're now rocking with the best. This is In Living Black, episode 195 now. 195 now. I said 195 last episode, but it wasn't.
Keep track.
I'm your host, of course, JD. Here with a beautiful brother of mine.
Bari. Young.
I ain't really like that. I ain't like that. I ain't like that. I ain't like the end.
Emphasis on the y'all.
The end wasn't the greatest.
You know when I did, I was like, that wasn't it.
That wasn't it? Yeah. Like you felt it automatically.
Yeah, I felt it. I'm glad you caught it.
No, you know, I caught it because you know.
Impressive.
Yeah, you got to
know the yadas. You know the yadas when it's supposed to be there and when it's not there.
It's consistency that matters when we're here. Anyways, yo, here with some pod veterans right now. Friends of the show, brothers of ours. Darmante, what's the good?
Yeah.
Chilling, bro. Chilling. Thank y'all for having me again.
Of course, you ain't know. Jerry, what's good? Strata, what? Best eye? Nah.
What?
Nah, you from Brownsville, shit. What's up?
Yeah, I have to do all that. But yeah, what's going on? You know.
Homie, Yomi, what's the vibes?
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang. Yeah, man, I wanted to have you guys up this past weekend, or this past week. We had the pleasure because of Darmante. Like, thanks for that.
Oh, my brothers. Gotta show love always.
Appreciate that. We had a chance to, grace the energy of Culturecon. Okay, beautiful black and brown people. The vibes was immaculate. I felt like there was supposed to be a networking thing going on. But yeah, I wanted to have you guys up here, man. Just talk to your experience, like you just being in that like type of realm, because it was my first type of time being in a situation like that and being in an atmosphere like that. How you guys felt?
Well, from my experience, I think I kind of like, I felt great. When I first started off with that, I felt great about going there and just seeing beautiful black talented people in the same space. And you know, you got to see all different types of talents. And again, it was supposed to be a networking event. It was like a fashion show / like
most definitely
like just gathering of certain groups, but it definitely was amazing to be there with a lot of black people, and you just seen people just talking, vibing, chilling, no negativity, no gangster, animosity, anything that was really aggressive there, and it kind of, usually with me, I'm usually on the defense. Like, I gotta watch. Like I don't trust people. I don't know how people be moving, but I felt safe to be there and just like networking with a lot of different people. So I enjoyed it.
To like piggyback on what he's saying, I feel like it's not often you get around a big group of black and brown people, and you could just like let your guard completely down, just vibe. Everybody looking good. Everybody smile. It literally just felt like not just black excellence, but like black happiness. Like you just see people smiling. Everyone was like coming together, congregating. I enjoyed myself. It was like my second time being there. And the vibes were high.
Vibes were high. Women were beautiful.
Yeah, women were beautiful.
Ooh.
Going crazy.
It might have been like 3-1.
Crazy.
It might have been 3-1. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yo, while we're walking to this, because it was located in the Navy Yard, Brooklyn Navy Yard, right? While we're walking to this shit, me and Jerry starting to notice, hold up now.
Hold on now. What y'all noticing?
I mean, there's women galore. I mean, drop dead gorgeous. I'm talking about the best fits they could put on. It's like a Sunday's best. On
Every
Easter.
shade.
Yeah. Every shade.
You got everything.
Every shade, every size. I mean, it's a plethora of women. Plethora. But we here for business.
Right. Business. We here for business.
We here for business. You know what I mean? But then Darmante run into us and then he was like, yo, man, it's looking like every 3 women or every group of women that comes is like 1 man. You know what I mean? And it was just true. It was just a sea of women. But I think what women do well that I think men lack is just network and just gather their resources better. And I think high key, that's probably why their numbers are up, like when it comes to their salaries and things of that nature, and like the positions they find themselves in a positive way. Not like they don't have to sleep or fuck with somebody. You know what I mean? No, like a woman is on. I'm gonna put the next woman on. I'm gonna put the next woman on, the next woman on, the next woman on. You know what I mean? I kind of like that vibe. I think that's the kind of essence that we've been doing, but we be picky and choosy about.
Do you think men are more? And maybe you could speak to this, but do you think men are just more competitive in nature? Well, I feel like women come together and it's like, hey girl, here's this, here's that.
Word.
Which guys is like, shit, I can't give him a play because that's gonna fuck up my shine.
Yeah.
So I think guys are just more competitive, or do you think it's just women are just more? I don't know. What do you think?
I think it depends on what was your intention of if you went there to network or if you went there to check out, just scoping, you know what I mean?
Or I guess we go to the network, but I guess guy to guy, I feel like networking isn't as prominent as women.
I agree with that competitive thing. Men are naturally competitive. You know what I mean? I think it's also. I think we also find ourselves if we're in this corporate space and we're one of 2 or 3 black guys, we ain't trying to, and we're the talk of the office. Yeah. We ain't trying to include more black dudes there and shit like that because of that competitive vibes.
Yeah.
Your boss is looking at you now because we want to put you in a higher position. Yeah, you probably are good with productivity, but it's a diverse thing. You know what I mean? Diversity claim. All right, we got to have a black person in this stage of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you have a plethora of black men in the office, then it's you know what I mean? Then you start hating on each other.
Yeah.
But black women is if I'm on, you on too.
Fact.
You know what I mean? Eventually, not right now. It might not be when you want it, but it'll be when it's time. Facts. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I think that's a struggle.
And that's why.
No, go ahead.
That's why I included y'all, because I'm just I just feel as black men and just me in general, I feel we all have that kind of competitive nature, but
for sure.
I always just want to be a bridge. I always want to be used in a sense, I don't want to be abused, but I want to be used. If I have resources, if I have connections, if I have this, and I want to be able to be hey bro, here's this option, here's this opportunity. Because I feel if I put you on a play and then you sprout from it, I feel naturally I'm just gonna come up with you, because then you're gonna reach back. If obviously if the vibes are reciprocated and y'all both good people,
Mm-hmm.
So I try to preach what I hope for, and or live what I hope for.
I appreciate that a lot too, because in some format or formality I do that as well.
Yeah.
I put people on to different things of whether it's work, whether it's entrepreneurship, anything that I can help, or information or anything I give. I'm always gonna give it to somebody. I'm never gonna withhold information from people that need it. I think we should help each other out. I don't want to be selfish or competitive with you. Like you said, if you win, I win.
100%.
That's just what it is. So
100%.
Yeah, I never felt that vibe of competitiveness when it came to my brother and shit. I ain't even gonna lie about that. I never felt that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, bro? I never felt that energy
especially when to speak on our friend group and shit. I mean, my biggest inspiration is just y'all niggas. You know what I mean? I don't really. I always had those kind of people around me where I can't compete with this man because I actually look up to him for real. You know what I'm saying? This nigga provides me with mad insight, or he's doing something and damn, wow, at this young age he's doing this, he's doing that. And just these niggas just ill. You know what I mean? I've been around these niggas for 10 plus years. They just ill dudes for real. So I can't compete with Jay. I can't compete with High, Steph, Najee. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense when I can learn so much from them, and hopefully vice versa. You know what I mean? So it really just depends on who you surround yourself with. You know what I mean? And what kind of mentality you have for real. You know what I mean? If you around a bunch of the same kind of, you know what I mean, dudes who
like-minded.
Just can't see past the fucking 10 block radius around them. You know what I mean? Then, it's gonna get competitive.
Facts.
For real, you know what I'm saying? But niggas like us, niggas travel, you know what I mean? Niggas, like I kept saying niggas and shit.
Yo, because he trying to get these clips going. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, TikTok take it. Oh, N-word 1, 2, 3, taking them down. Nah, it's all good. Now I was watching, you know what's funny about that, the N-word? Because I'm trying to stop saying the N-word too. And I was watching a clip. We're going to get back to Culturecon, by the way. I was watching, who the fuck was I watching? What's this guy? Ronald Martin. Do you know who Ronald Martin is?
Breakfast Club?
Yeah, he was on Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and he was just like, no, it's not. It's not hard to say. The N-word, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, if you're not from that, like, cloth, like, think about it. We've said the N-word when we was probably in elementary, like middle school. Like, just, you feel what I'm saying?
My entire life.
That's true. That's
how
true.
hard is it? Listen, I agree with the rhetoric, like, we should, like, stop, like, using the word as much. But, like, it's probably the most difficult word not to say. You understand what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
It's just ingrained in the culture. Like, it's literally just
and to be honest, I'm not necessarily trying to stop saying it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna continue to say nigga my entire life. I just feel like in this moment I could have just used a better word than nigga because I was really getting my shit off.
He's getting shit off, yeah.
Like, yeah, like I'm not. I'll die on that hill.
Yeah.
Nigga is just in my diet. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now I know who and where and when
to say it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just disrespectful. You know what I mean? I'm not using it with elderly people. You know what I mean? I don't use it in my home. Like, it's a curse word in the home. You know what I mean? So I don't use nigga for real. But, you know, when I'm with my niggas, I'm using nigga. Like, it's what it is. You feel me?
I will say that's one of the most cringe things when you be out and like you got one of your boys just don't know when not to say nigga.
For sure.
It's like they just saying it to everybody. It's like, bro, like you gotta have like, you know, know when and when not to say it.
I agree with that.
It's like, damn, bro.
I agree with that completely.
Yeah.
Especially when they're like loud with it.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
Like,
chill.
like,
Yo, chill.
For real. Because we won't be them niggas.
Yeah,
we don't want to be the
We niggas,
niggas.
bro. You don't want to be them niggas. That would have been a good clip for
I
you.
think also to like, because I saw that clip with
It can work on Black Facebook.
with Roland Martin, where Charlamagne was just saying, like, I just think it depends on the situation in the crowd. Like, I'm gonna say it if niggas is acting niggerish. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just because that's just how it is. Like, I try, like, to everybody's point, like, I try not to say it around like too much, but then it's just like shit happens. Like,
it just flow.
you just-
Especially like if you like, if you're comfortable in your surroundings, we say that shit. You know what I mean? Or if a dude acting up, we gonna call that man nigga.
Right.
Like this nigga acting like a real, you know what I mean?
Or if a nigga in his bag,
Yeah.
that nigga in his bag.
That
you know?
nigga in his back. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, we'll try to get out of it. Anyway, but or not. It is what it is. Back to Culturecon. So yeah, man, we walk into the space, right? Me and Jerry, Darmante and the gang. You had your gang too. That's what I appreciate about you, man. You had your whole gang there and shit.
That was,
Hey, look, man, we got all rise together. You know?
I mean, beautiful black brothers, you know what I mean? Like we all out there, we just march, boom, we in there. You know what I mean? I feel like the woman was looking. I don't care. You know what I mean? I feel like, no, because we look like one of those.
JD was looking good. He was in his bag.
I was chilling. You know what I mean? I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? But we all had good outfits on and stuff like that. You know, I saw some expensive feats by this man. We ain't gonna say what it was. But
his crew too. His crew had some stuff on too.
That's a thing.
Little Ricky's, you know,
The little Ricky's. Yeah, so you know, we walk into the spot and stuff like that. It's a huge, like a fucking stadium, like you know what I mean, arena, if you will, and shit.
Facts.
Beautiful, a stage up there, blase, blah.
It felt like an HBCU pet rally look.
Right. No, for real. That's actually a good point. Like that's exactly what it felt like. And you know, I ain't gonna lie, I sat down. Like I think I kept moving. Like and like I sat down in the front. Like I was like, hold on, let me take this in. Like for a second. Kind of wish we stayed there because at the end, you know what I mean? Because we couldn't find a seat. But I looked around. I'm like, damn, this is massive.
It's crazy.
I think it was from 9 to 6. We got there like 12:30. Yeah. As the time just progresses by, you see a lot more people coming in and stuff like that. Had to be over 4,000 people. You know what I mean? The Taraji P. Henson's was there. The Tracy Ellis Rosses were there. Just big names, but also like people that were just executives in the space on Netflix and Complex and all this stuff like that. And there were black people. And it's just like, damn. So me and Jerry definitely came there with the intent, like we're getting a contract today. Okay.
We was in that mode. He was like, yep, this is what we're looking for. This is what we getting. That's it.
This is what we want, and this is what we're not backing down from. We want all our rights, blah, blah, blah. Like that ass. He had his shirt mapped out. But it wasn't that. You know what I mean? I think that's probably the most disappointing part about Culturecon. Like it just wasn't what you thought it would be.
What was it?
It was like a fashion show. You learn a little bit of tips from here and there if you're like listening to the person that's on the stage. I would say I learned a lot more from the people that were outside. You know, that small stage that they set up outside?
The creative stage.
The creative stage. I learned a lot more and I started like adapting to that shit. Jerry hit me up. He's like, oh, you doing YouTube shorts now? I said, I listen, bro. We tapping in.
Facts.
You know what I mean? 1.6K views, by the way, on one
Hey.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. We ain't playing games. You gotta adapt to the vibes. Like as soon as like, you know, somebody knows more, you gotta like listen to them. You know what I mean? Because I heard him say like he was at 1 million subscribers and he jumped up to 8. And I was like, all right, well, right now we at 868. Let's jump up to 15,000. What's the vibes here? Right now. But yeah, I was the what's that? The other warehouse part.
Oh yeah, it was like the
art thing.
The art and like they had different like blacks like
businesses, merchants. Scotch Porter was there and things of that nature and everything. Like aunts and uncles was where I got this hoodie from, and I was like, this is beautiful. That part was beautiful. It was very interactive. I think I spoke to the most people there. It was a dope experience to say the least. But I think I would rather it be somewhere we could sit down and we actually speak to those. You know what I mean? Like let's have like a panel where everybody's quiet.
Right.
Can we raise our hands? What the vibes is?
I wonder if social media killed like I hate to like always use the social media.
No,
everything.
Use it, please.
Yes.
But I feel like social media has where everybody's just too cool, you know? It's like no one want to look press because everyone feels like, okay, they're just a DM away for real. Yeah. So it's like, I feel like back in the day, if you didn't have Instagram, it's like, oh, I see Taraji P, I gotta go holler at her because like this might be my only opportunity. Where like now it's like, oh yeah, I see them, but like I ain't too pressed. I don't want to look like that guy because no one else is going up to him. So I feel like social media just has everyone just too cool, too laid back. And I feel like to like network, to your point, like it's not, I feel like it doesn't feel as like natural to do it, but I feel like to really get ahead, you just gotta like almost just like push through the wall, you know?
Yeah.
Like you gotta look extra really to get what you want in the world today because it just feels like everyone's just like too cool for school, you know?
No.
That's what I felt like in that space. Everybody was just kind of like, you know.
No, it's true.
I look
fact.
It's true.
And, you know, to speak on that too, well, two things. Like, I think the panels were too short. I think like the people that were speaking, it was like, what, maybe 20 minutes?
Yeah, 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Like people barely got to ask questions, or it was like 1 or 2 questions and then they got off. So you got to learn some things, but I think it could have been like expanded a little bit longer for certain panelists. And then the second thing was to the point of, you don't know who, like, yes, networking, you need to just walk up to people and think, but like, again, to his point, like everybody was just too cool. So it's like, you don't like, they just in their clique, they just chilling. They don't look like they really want to be bothered. They just look like they just here to just like observe and just do what they're here to do.
That's true.
And I mentioned to the point of him about like VIP, and I was like, because when I looked up to the VIP section,
it was very
you see everybody was like kind of talking and networking with each other, like, or if they knew it may have appeared that way, but you know, it looked like they were networking with each other.
I want to make a point to that real quick before you finish. Oliver Luke, we ran into him. That's our man, right? You know who Oliver Luke is, Rest. We ran into him. He's like obviously going to the VIP shit. Then he had posted a reel. He did like talking like legit, like shaking hands with Lino Waithe, like and having conversation.
Oh shit!
Like,
yeah,
like I'm here. I'm talking to you. Like this is who I am. Blah blah blah. He was talking to somebody else that I know that's a producer in the film industry, and I'm like, yo, next year, that's what we're doing.
VIP.
Yeah, I mean VIP. Like automatically, no question. Because I think that's how you even get like these people that you want to be in rooms with to know your name. At least let them know your name and know your face. Oh yeah, I know who that is. That's Bari from In Living Black. Yeah, I seen him. He introduced me. He introduced himself to me like 5 months ago. I like what they do. Let's call them up. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Like, I'm not saying that it's that easy, but sometimes it could be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just to piggyback, huh?
Gotta pay to play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Point blank period.
Yeah, and you know, it's just, you know, looking up there, I was just like, damn, like that could have, you know, where we could have got that contract from, or we could have like networked it a little bit more, and just to social media point, like I think people just need to just get out of the cool factor, like, all right, I get it, I see you, but like really talk and network. Like I didn't really get that vibe too much from what I was seeing.
That wasn't even like the vibe on the floor. Like nobody that even was attending.
It might have just been too many people. Like it was just like waves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was just hard. It would have been hard to like pull somebody to the side, kind of like I don't know.
Like chop it up. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Like
there was a lot going on.
I'm guilty of this because I told Jerry, I was like, yo, that's Jinx. Jinx was over there. He was like definitely like not even 10 feet. I could have went over there and be like, yo, I fucks with you, what you doing, blah, blah, blah. I got a podcast. JD, tell me some pointers. You know what I'm saying? And Living Black, blah, blah, blah. Here's who I'm with. Jerry had a merch. Let me roll with you for the rest of the shit. Yeah. Like, if that's the case. You feel what I'm saying? If we vibe that much. Like, because there was a VIP section in the other shit too, the art place.
Right there.
Yeah, like.
Open the front, like, right when you walk in?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, anything could have happened is what I'm saying.
Right.
But like, I was like, nah, this nigga with his friends and shit. Like, it don't look like it's the right time to approach. Sometimes it just, to me, it doesn't feel like, and I never want to be that nigga to be like, oh, sometimes you have to be.
I feel like sometimes you really got to be that nigga.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Yeah.
I agree. No, I agree. I think, honestly, like, when I thought about it, because that shit bothered me the whole day. That shit, when I thought about it, I was like, damn, I'm not even like that for real. Like,
the fact that you didn't walk up to him.
That I didn't walk up to him. Like, I'm not even like that for real. You know what I mean? I did run into Brooklyn T.
Right.
You know what I mean? The owners of Brooklyn T, they still want to shout y'all out. They watch our pod and shit. They still want to tap in with us. But like, I felt like I could have did more. I ain't gonna lie. Like, even with the room being very like cool and shit, I felt like I could have tapped in more. You know what I mean? At least with the guys.
Yeah.
Because with the women, I'm not sure how that approach may be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you looking bad, you're a bad girl. Yes, 1,000%.
And your friend's bad too.
Your friend's bad too. I don't know if I want to approach you because you never know. You never know. You might think something. You know what I'm saying? Because I had asked a woman, matter of fact, when we was like standing off to the side, I was like, yo, is anybody standing with you? She just ignored me.
She just egged him.
She just ignored me.
Did you right there?
Just did.
Yeah.
She heard me though, too, though, 1,000%.
Because we wasn't even, we were just going to stand like, we were standing by like the DJ set. It was just right there or whatever. And he was just asking like, is anybody else here? So we could just stand off to the side. Because
there was a lot of people.
We were just passing and it was mad people.
Yeah.
And like, she just like, just completely ignored them. Just like, we move up a little bit.
I
get why women do that, but I'm going to be honest. That's almost just as like annoying and angering as when you hold the door for someone, they don't say thank you.
Yeah.
Like when you try to say something like, I'm just trying to like we're at a networking event. Like I can't even say what's up and you just looking at me like I'm weird. Like that's just like frustrating for me personally.
No,
like,
I
I get why y'all do it or get why women do it just because like there are some weird dudes out here, but like come on, like we in a safe space. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
At least we think so. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I would assume we was in a good space and shit, but like it is what it is, you know what I mean? But what I would say though, like after we left, we had popped over to Sweet Chick. I'm not gonna try to like shit. I want y'all to still finish how y'all felt and shit. But we had popped over to Sweet Chick. I saw some girls come in with the wristband because they give you a wristband, right? And they end up sitting next to me. So I was like, how did you guys enjoy it, right? And they was like, they looked at each other, then they looked at me and it was like, And I was like, what happened? She was like, nah, it just wasn't enough networking for me. And I was like, yo. So we just connected. We connected on that front. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We connected on that front and then we just started talking. We just started speaking about blase blah and blase daze. You know what I'm saying? Like,
blase blah and blase daze?
Yeah, blase blah and blase daze. Yeah. But point is, they will be on the podcast at one point because there's two girls that actually, one of them own the magazine.
Oh.
They own a magazine?
They own a magazine.
Oh.
Yeah, they own a magazine.
That's a play right there.
No, yeah, well,
maybe I've heard of it.
You know what I mean? And then the person that was with her is she's the creative director. So of the magazine.
What's the name of the magazine?
Oh, Grown Mag. Grown Magazine.
I know Grown Mag.
You know Grown Mag?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Isn't Grown Man like black hair about like black women hair and shit? Is it that?
Yeah, it's like it's like a lifestyle and like. Beauty and shit.
Yeah, beauty and all that word.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. So
first I'm hearing about that.
No, well, like you know,
I think I follow her on IG actually. Yeah,
the CEO.
I think. Yeah,
I probably think you do. I think I like when she followed me, I was like, oh, she followed like a lot of people follow her. Like, you know what I mean?
I follow them.
So, you know.
You got one though. Look,
Yeah,
that's one. That's solid though.
But see, the setting was different.
Yeah,
Right.
Where we could sit down and I could be like, yo.
It's more intimate. Like,
more intimate.
Yeah, you're gonna,
Like, it's easy to talk to. And that's why I kind of wish we sat down. Because, like, whoever was next to me, I would have definitely spoke to.
Right.
Like, so what you doing here? Like, what's the vibes here? You know what I mean? Yeah, talk to me and shit like that. You know what I mean? Probably make somebody laugh in the section. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, make it like easier for like us to be approached.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Everybody got that like cool look on too. Like you might not want to approach somebody like that.
Also, I feel like this just gives y'all opportunity or like us opportunity to create like it could be like a business speed dating type of environment where it's like all black and brown creatives. If you just want to like network, we're gonna have like a speed dating. You meet someone 2 minutes, chop it up, get Instagrams, figure out how y'all could connect, and then that could be a play. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's funny that you said that because I like after leaving now, it's like, yo, and Living Black could do some shit like that where we just like host a whole like a function thing, and it's not that many people, but it's like a good amount where like somebody here could like do something for you. You know what I mean? In a realist way.
And it could grow because like with Culturecon, like that grew out of something that was small that blossomed. You know what I mean? So like you never know how far that could, you know.
I agree. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
How else you guys felt about that?
I still feel the same. Like it's just it wasn't, to me, like it wasn't a networking event. Like it was just more of a gathering and just everybody just enjoying each other's company, kind of in a sense, and just
it was like everyday people minus like the dancing party.
Yeah,
right. Like basically, like
that's what it was. It was like
yeah.
And I think the last thing that I mentioned when we was leaving, and it's maybe cliched or whatever, but like at least give us something where we can see like what someone does or like how we can like better network with them too.
Right.
I mean, again, networking, you're supposed to just like talk to people or things like that, but some people are just not comfortable not knowing what that person does or just need something to spark that conversation with them as well. So
yeah.
But I will say in all in all, it was a great event.
Great event.
It was amazing.
No question.
It was 10 out of 10, you know.
No, I agree.
But the networking, I think, could be
minus the networking could be better, but like everything else was beautiful. Now I'm so glad of the opportunity I got there. I went there and shit like that. Ran to a couple people I know, a couple people that knew me. Yep. It was a vibe. You know what I mean?
This guy is big. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He was getting stopped. Yo, you.
Nah.
He was getting stopped. He was like, oh,
They know you from.
They know.
Podcast.
From the podcast.
Word?
Yeah.
People that you didn't know. This was.
No, I mean, those people that I'm familiar with.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because you see them like follow the pod. You see them follow the pod. You see them. You know what I mean? But one of those guys I didn't know from a hole in the wall, but you know, it just is what it is, man.
Yeah.
And Living Black, man, we outside. We outside. You know what I mean? We slowly growing now. This shit is beautiful. I wanted to pivot to like a conversation that I've been seeing lately.
Where is this going? Where is this going?
I'm not sure.
Oh, nah, man. I really wanted to tackle the Kanye West vibes, man. But I know for sure that Bari, yeah, there you go. Pull out that drink. Get that drink on. Now get that drink going.
Little thoughts.
I know Bari for sure doesn't want to speak about this man ever in life. And I understand. You understand what I'm saying? But like, I'm genuinely concerned. I'm concerned for two things. I'm concerned for Kanye's health, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm also concerned for society. You know what I mean? Because we pay a lot of attention to Kanye. For like when he's doing that, I think that's when we should like, all right, nah. Like we look away.
Yeah.
Instead of like posting about it. And I'm guilty of it because I'm like, this nigga is crazy. No, I didn't say crazy, but I said he's laced, right? Or some shit like that. Yeah. But I didn't even have to put his name. Well, I said that.
That was smooth.
Yeah, I said
I like that.
Like that
I took a little shot.
That's that thoughts. That's that
straight bourbon whiskey.
It was smooth.
Straight bourbon whiskey.
Let me get some.
Nah, take a shot.
Yeah. Nice. Take a shot if you love yourself.
Now I'm forced.
Nah.
Put it like that.
That peer pressure, huh?
Don't put it like that then.
Nah, but like I really feel like, you know, I was genuinely concerned for society, like keep giving him like the energy that he wants. You know what I mean? It's concerning. Yeah, because he does this and now he's gonna drop an album tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Is that what he's doing?
I don't know what he's doing.
Oh,
right. But that's typically, he's sparks something, and then next thing you know, it goes back to like whatever it is that he's music or fashion.
Finish that off. And we just finished Thoughts, straight bourbon whiskey. Right? That's what it's going. Yes. Anyways, but yeah, man, I think when it comes to you know, us as society, I think we put too much power in the negative shit, especially when it's like broadcasted into like when it's celebrity, like that Will Smith, Chris Rock shit. Even though that shit was huge, like I ain't like that. Everybody was like jumping on that shit. Right. I said not one word about that shit.
Yeah,
I don't even think we talked about it on the pod.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, we ain't talk about it on the pod.
We don't talk.
We don't talk about that shit. Yeah, for real. But the thing is what I'm saying is like, because it's not really about Ye. You know what I'm saying? It's really about the concerning of like just like where society is going, like the negative energy we put into negative vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
it's funny that you said that, because did any of you guys watch season 9, the Easy Drop?
I was never watching that, bro.
All right.
Absolutely not.
So somewhere along the lines in the beginning of it, he mentions that every time something negative happens around him, that's always the focus.
Okay.
And that stemmed into all of this, like, I want to say that played a part into the white lie, because he knew that him wearing that is going to create chaos.
Oh, okay.
Right? But he mentioned like the whole Paris thing where his wife got robbed. That was a whole big thing, right? And everybody made that a whole big thing that lasted on for whatever the case.
Which might have been a setup, now that I think back.
Right? Then he mentioned the South Carolina incident with the whole, you know, slavery. Yeah, it was a choice. And, you know, every time something with him happens, it always shakes the media. And that's how he started to open the show. Like, he started talking about stuff like that. And I was like, you kind of doing some publicity shit here. Like, I don't really want to hear none of this part. But I think, like, to your point, like, I think he's definitely like, he's doing things on purpose. Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, at this point, I feel like he knows what he's doing. He's doing it on purpose. He wants the attention, and we always give it to him. Always.
And I feel like when people try to use like the mental health thing now, I feel like we can't even use that no more.
Yeah.
Because it's like he knows what he's doing and he's playing on it, and he's almost using like the mental health as like, okay, they're going to give me another get out of jail free card because I'm just going to like claim I'm mentally out of it. But I feel like at this point he's mastered the way to stay relevant. And I feel like he's always just doing things. He like, you know, some people, it's like, they'd rather be negative and lit than to be positive and happy and just quiet. So like, I feel like he's just, like you said, he's mastered the art of like control chaos. He knows how to get into the media, in front of the cameras, to be on everybody's podcast, everybody's media outlets. And then he always capitalizes off it because he has like diehard fans like us, where it's like, Kanye on some weird shit, he tripping. Damn, that's my nigga for real. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm still gonna tap into the music. I'm still gonna cop the Yeezys. I'm still gonna buy into whatever he's doing, because he's still a true creative. But at the end of the day, I feel like there comes a point where we gotta be like, all right, Kanye, like, we respect what you're doing, but you don't gotta do it this way. And the way that we're gonna show you not to do it this way is by not promoting or listening to or consuming whatever you're putting out. So I think we almost gotta take a stand as like consumers and as fans. Cause like, he's burning out, you know, in my opinion.
No, I agree. You know? I agree. Two things can be true though. I really do think like he knows what he's doing, but I think he's also laced, right? Like his mental health. No, like his mental health cannot be all the way there, because to me, I watch this man speak, man. Like, I see clips. I never watched a full interview. Like when he was on Fox with that white dude. I'm like, oh, he's actually not okay. Like, he's not there with it. Like, I don't know when he was like that, but all of a sudden, like to me, I always said, yo, Ye talks in circles, but I always understand when he talks in circles. But like a lot of what he's saying doesn't make no sense now. But it's just rambling.
But I would say to that point though, in that Fox interview, he had said something that he had paused. He was like, wait, I didn't really mean that. I just thought it sounded cool. And like that clip right there, that clip right there it told me everything I needed to know about Kanye. I'm like, he just talks and like says shit that he thinks is like cool and provocative and like it's gonna get the tabloid. So it's like when he talks, it's almost like it's almost like a little kid that's just trying to get your attention. They're just gonna say anything, and then once they got your attention, then they're gonna be like, trying to swoon you and everything. So I feel like Kanye literally just talks to get us talking and to give him attention. So it's like,
I agree.
It's almost like a little kid. I feel like he's stuck in like he hasn't graduated to like, I forgot, it's like Freud or something. He's stuck in like a level of like childhood.
Yeah, for sure.
Isn't he like an only child?
Yeah, he's the only child.
I feel like he has like that only child syndrome where it's like he's just like that little kid that's always wants the ball. He always wants validation.
Yeah.
And I feel like he just never grew out of that. It's like, it's kind of weird for real.
For sure. Very, very much so a narcissist. I always think like, when we like play into that shit gets him going, man.
No, yeah.
That shit gets him going. So it's like, I agree with what you said. Like earlier, I said like, I think, as consumers and as people, like, I'm talking about black people in general, like, I think we have to like really like, show like, we love Kanye. We love you, but we gonna leave you right there. You know what I mean? And we ain't gonna show you no attention. Cause honestly, if he loses us, he can't come back to hip hop. He can't really come back to that culture. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, we gonna leave you right here. We gonna walk away. Same thing goes for like just any negative vibes that comes through the media or comes through like just our phones and shit. Like, we gonna leave that shit right there. Cause at the end of the day, we give that shit power. That's fueling just this negative energy that's going around, man.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing though that really did bother me that the media did? I feel like Kanye last year he did what? Slavery Was a Choice.
Yep.
He kind of wore the MAGA hat. Then he wore the White Lives Matter. And then the moment he made an anti-Semitic comment, now all these corporations are like cutting ties with him. So it's like he could slander the black community.
Oh yeah.
Essentially, him saying slavery was a choice is as if he would have said like an anti-Semitic comment about Jews, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't even say anything to the extent of slavery was a choice about the Jews, but like JP Morgan basically is like cutting ties with him. I feel like all these corporations are cutting ties off the anti-Semitic shit, but like he slandered blacks for these past 2 years, and it's like everybody's still fucking with him. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
So it just feels very like all this shit just feels very like smoke and mirrors. Like, do you really care? Like, do you really care about the cause, or do you just really care? You know what I mean? I don't know.
No, I agree with you, but you know what that is really though, right? That's like, first of all, Jews got more power. You know what I mean?
They run shit.
They run shit. You know what I mean? It's not like black people have extraordinary amounts of power. And nor do we all think the same or like have like a common thought. Like we may all, like as humans, we all think different, yes. But you gotta be honest, man. A lot of different races have a common thought.
Yeah.
Like a little bit more of a betterment towards the community. Whoever speaks out against us is against us.
Right.
Period. Regardless if it's in our race or not. And we're like forgiving people. You know what I mean? We don't have any power. We're forgiving. And we don't have one common thought. Like, if somebody talks out of terms, we ain't fucking with that. Boom, period. That's it. We done with that. You know what I mean? I think that's just what it is. I think that's why, like, Kanye feel like he could say anything he fucking want to say at the end of the day because we're going to accept it. Noriega going to have that nigga on Drink Champs. Tomorrow, if Kanye say, I'm coming to Drink Champs.
Because the view's going to be crazy.
The view's going to be crazy. It's going to be astronomical. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, also, like, he has the leverage to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. Like, when out of all the shit Kanye says for real, like, the one thing that he says that I'm always like, it wouldn't be like, yo, like, I got $1 billion, dog. What you telling me? You know what I mean? Like, and word. Like, if I had $1 billion, I would do whatever the fuck I wanted to do if I wanted to do so.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a fuck about these sponsorships? I got a bill.
Yeah.
Multi-billion. He's sitting on a few, right?
He's on a few for sure.
Like, I mean, like, he could do whatever. And then, shit like this gonna happen. It's like, you could choose to invest time in it or you want. But it's like, bro, but Kanye been this way though, way before a bill, way before anything, way before, something happened up here. Like, he always been that person, but like, it's just elevated now to a point where you gotta take a stand. You know what I mean?
Either cut ties or...
Do you think it's because of the money? Like, money makes you like a little bit more of a person that you was like Kanye couldn't be that early. He couldn't be who he is right now early. Because then it would be no Kanye.
But I thought he really was though, for real. Like George Bush don't like black people. That was like
that was out. No, but but now I'm talking about him speaking against the black.
Oh, against black. Okay,
or like like him like really showing his ass, like seeking white validation.
Yeah, I think to your point, I think money plays a part in this situation only because again, like he's sitting on multi-billion dollars. Like he's
good. He don't care.
He don't
care
really care. Like as much as we say we want to cancel him, we can't cancel him. Like he's just not gonna be able to like.
Yeah, I don't know about that cancel shit.
Also think back to like if I'm just thinking about like the provocative part of Kanye, I feel like I think Kanye has always been great at going against the grain, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like right now the media and everyone is Black Lives Matter. How do we get equity, equality? How do we like make things better for blacks? And I feel like what's the opposite take of that? White Lives Matter or slavery. Like I feel like Kanye is always trying to be on the other side. Because like the thing is, if we're all on this side, right, and you look into the group of us, you see us.
Right.
If I go stand on the left side, it's like you look over there, you just see me. You know what I mean? And I feel like he loves to have that like that solo spotlight shining on him. He's on stage by himself, and if he has to like go against the grain and say some crazy shit to get that, so I feel like Kanye. I feel like I really don't think he even believes what he's saying. Like I really don't even think he truly believes white lives matter or slavery is a choice. I just think he has to go against what the narrative has been since like 2020 of like black people need their equity and all that. You know what I mean? I feel like he's just on the opposite side of that.
And then label it as free thought.
And he label it as free thought. You know what I mean? And it's really just free marketing.
To be honest, like the reason why like I stopped giving Kanye any of my time, like I was a lifelong Kanye fan, right? Stan.
Most definitely. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Stan. Like that was my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when he started doing all the MAGA hat shit and all that, like, I was hurt. You know what I mean? Like, as a fan, I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, you doing that?
Yeah.
So, like, for me, it's a little different. So, like, the reason why, like, I can't invest no more time in Kanye is because, like, I can really never tell what's real or what's not. You know what I mean? Like, what's a troll or is this how he really feels? Shit just started to get way too confused and convoluted. I'm like, I can't decipher what's real or not. So, the best thing for me to do is just not pay more attention to it because it's going to get more confusing. 100%. And it only has, you know what I mean? It only's been more confusing. The only thing that's remained constant is that nigga mental health is not right. You know what I'm saying? And the documentary showed it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like when he was in whatever Asian country with Cudi and whatever and they was making Kids See Ghosts and he was on his medicine, you saw how more coherent he was. You know what I mean? Like, and he expressed himself. That was the most coherent he'd been throughout the entire doc. But like he don't want to be on medicine. Why? Because he feel like that was his creativity. You know what I mean? So it's like he fighting with that, and then what you get is what you get. You know what I mean? And that shows itself in mad different ways that you really just can't understand for real. You know what I mean? Like White Lives Matter. I mean, like it's just it is what it is at this point. You know what I mean? Like that's who Kanye is. And then on top of that, the music ain't really John Blaze no more for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what we gonna do? I mean, I'm a Kanye music fan first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the music been for me for a minute. So he don't got nothing for me no more. You know what I mean?
What's Kanye's last great album for y'all? What y'all think?
I actually really like Donda. I'm not even gonna cap, but his last great album was obviously Life of Pablo.
Yeah, Pablo is
Pablo. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was the last time I was all in for real.
Yeah, like that was the last time that like
but then I can't even say that because
you like Jesus is King.
No, Kids See Ghosts.
Oh, Kids See Ghosts.
Okay.
I don't consider that. Yeah,
I thought Kids See Ghosts was the best album that year. You know what I mean? Like I love that album. I think
of their pack or like his all.
Nah, just that year
that came out.
That
was my favorite album that year, bro. I love Kids See Ghosts. Is great to me. But yeah, so but that's the thing. Like so, like he can still tap in on some music shit for real, you know what I mean? But I don't care enough. I stopped caring a long time ago. Like, it is what it is.
Facts.
That's why I was like, I was like, I know this nigga don't want to speak about Ye. But the main conversation really was not about Ye, but it was really about society and like how we feed into that shit. Like every single time. Like not even just with Ye, but just with anything, man. Like we eat that shit up, man. Like it's like that Blueface and Shorty shit. Like, I mean, the internet eats that shit up, man. I even know Shorty name for real.
Krishan.
Huh? Krishan?
Yeah.
I mean, yo, Shorty posted her whole sex tape. Like everything going on crazy. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
But out of all of that, to not to cut you off, they announced the show like right after.
I saw that, and that's the shit I'm talking about. Like these rollouts gotta like these things. Yo, I was watching some shit like. I was watching some shit on TikTok today, and it was like a podcaster, guys led, and then like a person, just like, you know how they got the switch, or like there's somebody like combining the TikTok. I don't even know what the name is, but like somebody, yeah, remixing the TikTok basically, something like that. They was like, yo, I think they was joking, obviously, but they was like, yo, black people don't have conversations that move like the culture forward anymore since civil rights. And I was like, that's funny, because this guy just said some random ass fucking story. Yeah. Like he just said some random, not story, but like just like, yo, like who would you have sit in the back of the car, your mom or your wife? And I'm like, see, that dumb shit right there, that's the dumb shit that's out here. But like people be eating that shit up, man.
Oh, I mean, like something like that can lead to like funny conversation though. Yeah. I mean, so I would laugh at that.
You got to sprinkle it in. You got to be sprinkled in.
Yeah, but you know, I feel like that's why I love it. Listen, man, I'm not saying this because it's my pod, but I love it because I love it in Living Black because we do that. 100%. We do like we sprinkle in like funny, but like we dead ass have like real conversations here in the studio. Like, you know what I mean? And you know, sometimes I kind of walk out of here with like learning something and things of that nature, and I'm into that. Right. You know what I mean? I don't think, you know, just having, I'm not saying that particular is a dumb thing, but like I get what she was saying or they were saying. You know what I mean? I think we don't have stimulating conversations enough, you know, to like push things forward. So like those dumb shits, or like we don't make the stimulating conversation entertaining. So like the dumb things like Blueface and Shorty, sure. we like, we all the way in, like, right? You know what I mean? Like we tapped in, like, well, what she do next? You know what I mean? And I'm just like, damn. As a society or as a community, I kind of like feel sad for that.
You know, I think the issue is, I think everything is consumed in like, even Twitter is like what, 150 characters. Yeah. TikTok, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, reels or whatever. And I feel like it's hard to like, it's easy to like fit some bullshit in 15 seconds to get your attention. It's hard to give you some like, it's hard to fill you up and give you a full meal in like a quick clip. You know what I mean? So I feel like maybe we just need like longer form, like maybe people just need to get their attention span longer. Yeah. Like a longer form platform where people can truly get their shit out. Cause like Earn Your Leisure for like a matter, like that's a great podcast. It's like giving game all the time. But like at the same time, it's like, on like, I'm sure their TikTok's not as big as like a Joe Budden podcast. You know what I mean? Because like they're saying provocative shit, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like, yes, I do think those platforms are out there. I just think everyone's fighting for attention, and like the attention is given to the stuff that's like more like, oh, this is gonna make me laugh real quick or make me like feel something. You know what I mean?
We guilty of that shit. You know what I mean?
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, we was like, we're guilty. Like, I mean, like, the clips that we choose. You know what I mean? Like, we be talking a lot of good shit on there, but we got like, all right, no, nah, he talked about sex. Let's dive into that.
Like, we know society gonna eat that shit up.
Yo, society loves sex and drama.
That should be working.
Yeah, no, it do. It do work.
Yeah,
it do work.
Sex sells.
Sex sells. Drama sells. You know, if you hate a man, it sells. You know what I mean?
Let me talk to you about this. How do y'all feel about this? Because like, I feel like I've been like hyper. I've like had. I don't like suffer from anxiety, but I feel like over the past couple of years that like my anxiety's been like rising, and I feel like on top of just like social media being BS, I just feel like everything is like geared to like throw off your vibe. Like if it's not COVID, it's like unemployment. If it ain't unemployment, it's like Russia, Ukraine, fucking nuclear. It's like I feel like just every day there's something
low vibration.
There's fucking something in the water. It's like, God, that's like I can't. Like you literally, I feel like you can't get on social media. You can't turn on your TV without seeing something that's gonna make you feel like my life is at risk. You know what I mean? And I feel like that just is like almost. I feel like it's just making us as people just. I feel like it's hard to just truly be here in this moment. Yeah. Because you're always thinking about something that's going wrong or something that, you know? How do y'all feel? Do y'all feel that way, or is it just like...
No, I feel that. No, I feel that way for sure. I felt that way way more recently too. Like, to be honest, mainly... I mean, yeah, I'm not nearly as comfortable just being outside as I once was, maybe even a year ago. You know what I mean? Like this year in particular, I think the shooting on the subway earlier this year really fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Being on the train now, like it's
unsettling.
Yeah, nah, it really is.
Unsettling.
I can't. I'm like super heightened. My awareness is like I'm clocking every single
music
person.
Not even on.
Yeah, at least in one ear. You know what I mean? But like I can't. Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like I can't even like the idea of like. Blocking myself out of what's happening in the world is ridiculous now. You know what I mean? Like before I walk down the street, headphones in, blasting, not giving a fuck. Now it's like, no, bro. Yeah. Like I don't know who behind me, I don't know who over here. Like it's just, I feel like I'm just way more just antsy for real. My anxiety.
Literally, I feel like I'm just antsy. I'm always just like, damn, what's about to happen? You know?
Yeah. For me, I think My situation is a little bit different because I've always been this way.
My son right here,
Yeah.
a soldier.
Not even. But I've been this way for years. Like I've always been aware of like my surroundings. Always like kept an eye out on like everything. And of course, like I'm in the security field anyway, so that already keeps me alert. Like I'm always looking like, where's the nearest emergency exit? Where's this? Where's that? Because you know the world that I see that maybe the norm don't see is like it's really crazy out here. Like you never know. Like you'd be surprised. And growing up in Brownsville, that made it worse. And I think personally for me, I think I should go to therapy for it because it's like a little bit of trauma there. But it's like, yo, that shit is really like, to your point, like it's really crazy in the world. And I see it every day. And that's why like with me, I'm always aware and I'm always heightened on it. So I don't, to your point, like I tune out all of that shit because I already seen it, dealt with it, like been around some of the shit. Not as far as like the mass shootings and stuff, but like I live in that field of where I have to prepare for it. So I'm already prepared and I know how to handle it. But I just try to like noise out all the negative shit. Like COVID happened, I had to be aware of COVID because my mother's older and you know, I hang around my mother a lot and stuff like that and I get her sick. Thank God I never gave it to her, whatever the case may be. But like all that other shit, I still go out and I do me like it is what it is.
Kind of like that's why I feel like for me, so I just gotta get on some like ignorance is bliss shit. It's like I don't even want to consume it. Not because I don't even want to know about it, but I just know by knowing about it, it's gonna make me extra alert. It's gonna have me just extra like not vibed out. You know what I mean?
It's not gonna make you live. It's not gonna make you live and shit. I agree with that. I agree with that completely. I'm like I side with Jerry on this because you know, man, look, man. Growing up in Brooklyn, man, I got robbed. I held it like you know gunpoint vibes. Like shit was terrible. So ever since that shit, I've always head on a swivel. You know what I mean? So I constantly hear, you know, things happening on the train. I mean, listen, I feel like shit is getting crazy at the moment, right? So I agree with everything you saying too. Like, yo, you kind of like feeling a little bit more antsy. How I see it is, this is how I see it. There's so much shit happening. I'm getting the fuck up out of this bitch. Hey, I'm trying to secure the bag right now.
Right.
My fight's not even a New York thing, though.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the fuck up out of this. The United States. The United States. I'm going.
I'm trying to be out of here.
I'm out of here. If I could avoid this whole shit completely, I'm with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I could avoid having to like, have my head on a swivel and shit like that and not feel safe and shit, I don't have to worry about that shit if I go to Barbados. What we talking about? You know what I mean? I don't gotta worry about that shit. Like, yeah, people get robbed or killed out there in Barbados, but like at a speed like that, I don't have to worry about that shit in Japan. Like, think about it. Like where I might not feel as comfortable in a certain situation like Japan and shit, like, you know what I mean? But I would feel safe. You know what I mean? Because the crime rates is so low. It's ridiculous. It's so low. Like we're right now, that's why I'm like putting like so much emphasis on me just traveling, man. Like you don't know when you're gonna go. It could be from natural disasters, natural causes with health, shit like you said, cause shit be in the water, shit be in the food. It could be a nigga trying to hate on you. You know what I mean? A girl trying to kill you because you did some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck it happens, you know what I mean? Whatever happens, I make it a point to be like, you know what? You gotta live your life. You gotta live your life. You gotta travel, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. Like, see the shits you want to see right now. Experience life in that way. And whatever happens, happens.
You don't get out this shit alive.
Exactly.
You know?
Because you don't leave this shit. You want to leave this shit like, you know, in a peaceful way. Like, you know, I seen all I can see. I kind of lived the life. You know what I mean? Regardless of what the situation is. And it's kind of sad that we think like this at our age, you know. The late 20s, early 30s, like we think like, you know, like, yo, any day. You know what I mean? Shit could really go down.
And I feel like that for the world, though. Like, I feel like the world could just blow up at any day. That's like, that's literally
that too. That too. Yeah, that too. Because the government be on the bullshit.
Like, what the fuck?
Like I read an article the other day talking about New York, Chicago, and LA, and some other city is like the most targeted for like
DC.
And DC. DC is the most targeted for a fucking nuke.
A nuke. Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Like, why are you telling me that?
Like, this Call of Duty, what's going on? This Call of Duty, what we talking about?
Why are you telling me that? Why I gotta know shit like that? It's not like we didn't know that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, we live in New York. Like, all right, yeah, New York it probably get attacked first. Let's be honest. and of anything. Like, but like, yo, don't tell me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just let it happen. You know what I'm saying?
They want to scare you.
They want you to be fit. They want to create that fear.
I
in
live
you.
in fear.
Like, that's what it is. It's just to create fear and put you in that box. Like,
that's a conspiracy shit right now. We tapping in conspiracy?
Nah, we not tapping in.
Tell me what we doing. You know,
but that's what
I don't even know how much of a conspiracy that is
now,
like,
right?
I mean, it's kind of like it's
like common knowledge.
Because realistically, if anybody push a nuke button, like everywhere in this world is getting nuked. Because it just doesn't.
You can feel it.
Yeah, like,
but also like you can feel the impact. You don't even have to be, you know, you're in the United States of America, right? North America. I mean, if you hit New York, the effects could reach as far as Canada.
Yeah, I saw the blast radius. If it was to hit New York, it would go all the way to like Philly. It would even go past Philly type shit. So
I mean, the effects will reach. You know, it's just like, yo, all this shit. Don't gotta tell me nothing. You get what I'm saying? Let me just live my life.
Let's go to Montana, man. Kanye might have been on something. Let's go to Montana.
Kanye might have been on something.
Yeah, because nobody bothers Montana. I mean, like, I forgot it existed. You just said it.
A nuke ain't stretching that far.
You don't even know about Montana. There ain't nothing to do out there. Them niggas shooting guns right now. They just shooting shit in the air.
Yeah. Probably got nuke shelters and shit.
Yeah, exactly. But I always told my mother, I was like, look, if I get some real vibes, some real money, that's the first thing I'm building is a shelter, like a nuke, like an underground vibes. When this shit go to shit, because it will, regardless of it like being on some like, no, it will. You know,
our lifetime,
100% it will.
Our lifetime?
Can't call it.
Can't call it. But I
don't think so.
But no. But when it comes to natural disasters, I think in our lifetime.
Yeah, that
shit's already hitting crazy.
No, exactly. I was telling my mom, I was like, we got 10 more years left.
Until what?
Until this shit go to shit, like in a realest way. Volcanoes popping out of motherfucking everywhere. Fucking the sea levels is raising. It's gonna go to shit. It's gonna go to shit in the next 10 years. So get your kids off.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
Hey, get your kids off. Get married. Go to Disneyland. You know what I mean? Explore some life, man. Because this shit gonna go to shit. I'm not even talking about like the government.
Yeah.
We talking about natural disasters. We talking about the world just ending up being what it's going to be because of us not taking care of the planet. You know what I mean? In the realest way. Like think about it. How many of you guys recycle?
I've been recycling for my entire
I try, but I don't even think it really. I think it still go to the trash.
It still goes. It probably goes to the same trash. You know what I mean? Like how many of us is like tapping into like the gas? Like yo, we drive cars. We gonna drive gas. You don't drive electric. I know you want to switch to electric.
I want to switch to electric.
But mainly, I mean, I see it now. Like car companies are going in that direction and things of that nature. Like maybe we could put an extra like lifespan on this earth, but at the end of the day, man, you can't call it, man.
Yeah, I saw some crazy shit. It was saying, and I we could change subject after this, but they were saying they found microplastics in like a woman's breast milk. I just feel like it's just like we just turning to mutants at this point. Like, plastic in the breast milk. It's like, come on,
just what the
plastic in the breast milk.
It's just like there's just so much shit happening, bro. Just make you feel like, do I even want to have kids? Do I want? You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff I feel like I've been thinking about. Maybe because we're getting older too, but I'm just like, I don't even like think about this shit for real. Like,
nah, for sure.
Ignorant. I just want to flow through life.
Man, that's why you watch our TV shows, man. You know what I mean? I watch my shows and shit and tap in with the shows and, you know, House of Dragon.
What you watch? Oh, House of Dragon.
House of Dragon. Y'all been watching?
I feel like the season trash, bro.
You think it's trash?
No way. Bro.
No way. No way.
You think it's fire?
Absolutely.
I don't like
last episode was one of the best episodes of.
I didn't watch the last one yet.
Period.
I haven't watched the last episode.
Last episode was fantastic.
Nah, you thought so? I thought it was not that.
Nah.
I don't ruin it. I don't ruin it. I can't ruin it. Damn.
Yeah,
but like,
lost me.
Huh?
Lost me.
What, you don't watch House of Dragon?
Hell no. That Game of Thrones, never seen it. No.
Oh, you never saw Game of Thrones? You saw Game of Thrones? No, come on.
Yeah, I didn't watch Game of Thrones, but I'm watching House of Dragon though.
House of Dragon is Game of Thrones is probably top 5 best shows of all time.
It's up there.
It's definitely up there. Well, no question.
It's up there.
What y'all been watching? What y'all be tapping into?
I've been watching Industry. Y'all watch Industry?
I don't watch Industry, not yet. I haven't tapped into
Industry. Pretty good. What else have I been watching? I listen to a lot of podcasts, bro. I ain't gonna even lie.
I love that.
Yeah.
I be tapping into podcasts too. But I feel like if I like bring what they talk about here, then it's just like, it's too much. Yeah, I mean, it's just like oversaturated. Like if they already spoke about it, then you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Because like sometimes they don't even talk. Like I watch this podcast called Bad Friends. They record here, by the way. You did that show before, right? You almost? The Bad Friends is a really good fucking pod. Very much.
Like, what's it about?
Just two friends that it's a white guy, Asian guy. Legit what they say in the intro. I'm not saying this. This is what they say in the intro, but they just banter. And they're comedians. Like you know them. Like you've seen their face.
I love comedians.
Have you guys seen Dave?
Yeah.
The manager.
Yeah, the manager.
Oh shit.
The manager.
Drew Santino.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of the co-hosts.
And the Asian dude is Bobby Lee.
I love Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
Oh,
but very inappropriate dudes. Inappropriate. And very inappropriate. And like we couldn't do this. Like we couldn't banter because we don't even banter. We banter, but we don't banter like that. Like that would be
like they argue kind of like.
No, they don't argue. They just like say a lot of shit that I wouldn't say.
They're wild.
I feel like because we're black, you can't get away with that. You get what I'm saying?
Really? Not necessarily.
No, I think so.
Give it a shot. Let's go.
Let's do it. Just say some shit. Say some wild shit.
See where it lands. So now, all right. One of the shits, right? One of the things they were talking about, I was like, yo, I know you like transsexual porn. Whoa. And yeah, see,
okay,
see, but then like they was like, nah, I'll admit that I like transsexual porn if you admit that you like it as well. Like if you watch gay porn. And they go back and forth, but it may not be true, but it's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
They are like improv kings.
Yeah.
They're just like, you give them scenario and they'll like act it out.
They feed.
It could be real or not, but they just bounce on each other. They make it so real and they just like one laughter.
Nah, they feed off each other like extremely well. Very inappropriate though. Very inappropriate. But I like inappropriate jokes.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but like, you know, in these times, I don't even know how they're like popping like that, but they're dope as fuck. Bad Friends, I watch this podcast. Now, yeah, I think you'll love it.
Yeah,
I think you'll enjoy it.
Sounds like something I would like.
Yeah, you like comedians.
Dumb, silly comedy.
Yeah. I watch them because it's more funny.
That's my shit.
And then they got like a girl that's on the show that's from she's from one of them Asian countries. But that they clown her all the time. You know what I mean? And it's just about her being Asian. It's just it's actually wild. It's a wild show. It's a wild show. But yeah, man, I think that's about it for real. When we talk about podcasts and shit like that, I don't really tap into too much things that's gonna make me feel like low vibration.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Why would you do that? You wouldn't do that purposely.
Facts.
You know
Sometimes you want to learn. I'll be watching docs.
Yeah.
I'll be tapping into some documentaries.
I thought you meant like low vibrations, like it's gonna like
the pod.
Like you're not gonna learn anything from it. It's just like
low
like
vibrations.
Bullshit, like we talking about before. Like bullshit.
No. I like bullshit. Bad Friends is bullshit. You don't learn.
No. I mean bullshit like drama we was talking about. Like
yeah.
I mean like that's like low vibrational shit. You're not getting nothing from it. It ain't no
Love and hip hop.
Type shit. You know what I mean?
Type shit.
Like docs is high vibrational. You know what I mean? Like you gonna walk away from a doc every time enlightened.
Yeah. Right. Oh God. Anything else y'all got off your chest? Y'all want to get off your chest? Or we head up out of this bitch?
Yeah, nothing on my chest. Really.
Nothing on my
Yo, listen, man. It's in the pot because I'm fucking boiling this motherfucker.
It is hot.
I'm fucking. I am baking. They shut off the AC around 7. I already felt that shit. I'm hot as a motherfucker.
I can't lie to that thoughts is smooth.
It's smooth.
It's
You like
smooth.
that?
Yeah,
It's
I like
smooth.
that.
You want me to put the camera on me?
No, that thought's smooth.
Thoughts. Straight bourbon whiskey.
There you go.
Amazing. Amazing liquor here. As you can see, it's all done. Shout out to the owner. Where you can get it from creolespirits.com.
That's right.
Creolespirits.com. Yes.
Oh shit! So
Yes.
black on.
Black on.
Absolutely.
Oh, come on now. That's what we doing, man.
Yeah,
That's what we doing.
This is
That's what we doing.
this really top tier though, for real.
Yeah.
I'm not even gassing.
It's award winning.
No,
It's multi-award winning, by the way.
multi-award winning.
It is.
Yeah, I might cop a bottle.
Yeah,
You should.
As you should.
You should.
Hey, and then say and live in black was the reason.
They have a
okay?
cocktail as well.
They have a cocktail as well that we you'll see it on the site.
Cop a bottle
Yeah.
right after.
Creolespirits.com. It's really good. Thoughts is the name. Anyways, and live in black. Darmante, I appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
Jerry, appreciate you. Straight out from Bed-Stuy.
Absolutely.
Brownsville, really.
You guys.
Bari, I like this, man. I like this hat, man.
Do you?
Yeah, Going Bros just switching your whole vibes up, man. They
No,
fuck.
man,
They,
you've never seen anything like it.
yeah.
You've never seen it.
It's fine. What did it say? Wise
It says
ass.
Wise ass.
Yeah, that
what y'all about to be witness to hasn't occurred in like the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Really?
So much like the reinvention of me.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this talk.
Yeah, I was just
People was tapped in last episode with the fedora.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a look. That was a look.
You enjoyed that?
Fedora Bari.
Yeah.
You enjoyed that?
I'm going with Brim Bari.
Bari. Ooh, I like that.
Brim
I
Bari.
like that.
That sounds kind of blood though.
You're right. As it should. Nah, I'm playing.
You just be careful with that. It's not associated by any means with that.
It's not.
Yeah, you know, I just gotta make sure.
Yeah,
Except for the red cup right side too.
Yeah, do
Bloody
your dance,
Bari.
Yeah, do your
Bloody
dance,
Bari.
Bari. Do your dance.
But yeah, man. And Living Black, yo, we appreciate you as always.
And Living Black, we out of here. Peace.